on this very peaceful evening. This is Mary. I think you know the one I am referring to. I have been waiting to come and address you and share my love with you, and share my presence and healing, as we are all longing to be with you in every way that we can. So tonight it is my turn. Please make yourselves comfortable. We will be working together on very deep levels, in very beautiful ways. We will be doing some healing work with you, your emotional bodies, your hearts. And you know you never can get too much love in your life. It is that one commodity which you cannot get tired of or bored with, because the depth of that love continues to expand and increase and fill you and take you deeper and deeper. So I would like to speak a little bit about where you are all heading. I would like to speak about purity of heart, something that all of you have in abundance, something which is magnifying within you as you make your transformations, as you spend time with all of the many masters who surround you consciously in your meditations and in your gatherings. We are having an effect upon you, and your own sincerity and commitment is having the effect of purifying you at very deep levels. In very sacred ways, in very beautiful ways, we are becoming one. Or shall I say, you are becoming aware that we are one. We have been one, and always will be. Many masters have come and spoken to you in this way, sharing their wisdom, giving you guidance and direction, giving you their helpful hints, prodding you along the path gently yet firmly. Tonight I would like to give you a break from all of these helpful hints and directions. I would like to simply spend some time with you and share my love with you and work with you. For purity of heart is something that you will experience more and more. It is not something that I need to convince you to attain to. It is something you have already begun to experience long ago. and you have maintained a certain level of this sincerity and purity. And this will grow simply because you are alive and committing yourself to growth on a spiritual path. In this particular time when there is so much growth, it is unavoidable. So tonight I come to you in a very nurturing way, in a way that will give you peace, in a way that will surround you, in a way that will allow you to release all of your self-criticisms and concerns about your worthiness, and simply allow you to once again be a child and receive your purity of heart is your ticket. It is your password into the kingdoms of the spiritual hierarchy, into the ascended realms. And it is purity of heart which will eventually allow you access even to the very throne of the Creator Himself. It is that which inspires you, and that which pulls you along in your path, and that which guides you gently to higher and higher experiences, higher and higher manifestations and possibilities and situations in your life. It is your guidance system. It is your essence of discrimination that tells you what is truth and what is not for you, and tells you gently which direction is for you. And I tell you, it is this purity which is growing within each of you so beautifully, expanding, surrounding you, allowing you to have contact with us, allowing you to spend time with us in intimate conversation, in intimate meditations. And it is this purity which allows your spirit guides to enter your physical bodies in your channelings, in your meditations. It is what makes you so beautiful to behold. And you are very beautiful to behold. The time is here now, on this world, for all of those with purity of heart, all of those with divine essence, to return to consciousness of their divine essence, to return to consciousness of their own purity and intention, your own soul program, you might call it. And the energy which is manifesting so abundantly at this time is causing this reaction within you, is guiding you, is pulling you, is inspiring you to meditate more, is inspiring you to connect with others, to make contact with new information and new gatherings such as this. And for you, it is simply a matter of flowing with this inner guidance, this inner voice, you might call it, for at times it is your inner voice. And it is this purity of heart which clarifies your inner voice, which allows you more clarity of communication with your own higher self and your own guides. Simply by immersing yourself in light and love, as we are doing this evening, you are doing much healing for yourself, much healing for the planet also. I am very well aware of all of you and all of your situations and your trials and tests and your apparent difficulties at this time. For the earth, as you know, is undergoing so much transformation, and things are what you would refer to as getting more intense. As the light becomes more and more profoundly brilliant, more and more purification is occurring. It is occurring on a planetary level, as you know, and it is occurring within your hearts. You are going through a great deal of release on many levels, many of which you are not even conscious of, some of which you experience as emotional clearing. Sometimes you just feel uncomfortable for a few hours and you're not sure what it is. It is time for your purity and faith and trust to give you the patience that you require, to allow you to be led in the directions that will most serve you, so that you can be sheltered and safe and secure and maximize your growth, maximize the opportunity which is available to you. Your purity of heart is what gives you strength. Strength to discriminate between what is best for you and what is perhaps the continuation of an old pattern or the continuing belief in limitation, expression of limitation. So you can approach your spirituality and your growth as something that you enforce upon yourselves with strict rules and guidelines. You can be very disciplined in your approach to yourself, or you can be more spontaneous and more of a feeling nature and trust your intuition and your feelings to guide you. Regardless of your particular approach to this, and each of you are unique and you know yourselves very well by now. You know what works for you and what doesn't. You have all found ways to immerse yourself in this light and love. And I am here only to encourage you to continue to do that. To reinforce your experience of love, of being loved, of not being separate in the universe, in the world, but being surrounded. You are constantly surrounded. We have you surrounded. So it is time to give up. Throw out your weapons. Throw out your defenses. All that is surrounding your hearts that you have used for protection, that you have used out of fear. You will find more and more that this is not necessary, that you can trust and relinquish these patterns and these ways of defending and closing yourself. Many, many lifetimes you have been here. Many, many times you have been persecuted in different ways for being light workers. Now we are going to, and have been, working to deprogram this pattern of self-protection and make you aware that you can open 100% of your heart and receive 100% protection and guidance. It is a new era. We will heal you, the Ascended Masters, myself, all of your guides, focusing the rays of the Creator Himself, which are so profound and beautiful at this time. Focusing this energy, we will heal you. You need not discipline yourselves indefinitely in ways that feel restrictive to you. You need only to open to your heart and open to our presence in meditation and do what you can in ways that work for you to immerse yourself in the light and love that exists. It is time for simplicity and direct experience. As you have been told, I will repeat to you for your reassurance, perhaps. These days, this particular time, these weeks that we are in, are rather a phase of increased intensity and purification. There has been another increase in the volume of presence and light which has been showered upon the earth and through all of you. Most of you are aware of the intensification that goes on. It has been going on. And I am here in part to reassure you and to tell you that despite the fact that sometimes you may feel a little bit uncomfortable with this, particularly your emotional bodies will be releasing more density that you have held. And in this process, there are times when you feel a little bit less connected with your guidance than usual. This is natural. I do not wish you, any of you, to feel that you are alone or separate. In your maturation as spiritual masters, you are learning how to ride the waves of energy, how to ride this process more gracefully, and how to flow with the moment that you are in, and give thanks for every experience, and to trust that what you are experiencing, no matter how difficult it may be to understand, or how difficult a time you may feel you are having in certain moments, know that you are not separate, and that you are not making an error that is resulting in some strange situation or experience. The time for accidents with each of you is long past. No more accidents will occur. It is time for you to awaken to guidance in each moment and simply ride this experience. It is heading towards ultimate liberation for each, and ultimate in-depth connection with your own higher selves in the Ascension experience. I can attest to you that it is very beautiful. So it is time to allow your purity to unfold, to release the density and the limitation that you have held, your feelings of separateness, all that has limited you. Your purity of heart is expanding. It is not allowing room for any of this lesser vibration. As you become masters yourselves, you will radiate this beautiful love. You will have the opportunity to share with many, and your purity of heart is your ticket, your sincerity, your humility, that which will grant you access to higher levels of service to the One. So I was told you might have questions to ask, or perhaps you would like to share with me your experience. I can be of some assistance, perhaps, in this way.
Mary, thank you for being with us tonight.
My pleasure.
I'm getting ready to leave Santa Cruz. I'm feeling like I'm just needing to spread my wings, be in a place where I can spread my wings a little more. And feeling full to do that. And just, if you have anything to say about that, I appreciate that.
I would like to dedicate this channeling this evening to Mr. Ray Martinez. Let us have a Mr. Ray Martinez night. Everyone gets a free baseball bat. I think you are doing well, and you are becoming truly a brilliant light. And your wings do need some unfolding. So whatever you need to do to come into a place where you feel the freedom and liberation to expand in the way that you know you must. So I encourage you, you are following your guidance, and your guidance will not desert you. And the more that you rely upon it, the more strong and the more clear it will become. You see, the more you trust your guidance and give yourself, in fact, the more you throw yourself up into the hands of the Creator, the more we will be able to work with you. So I acknowledge your choice and know that you have absolute freedom to do what you desire. So take advantage of it. I would suggest only to live in the moment and one day at a time, call for your guidance, and perhaps try an experiment for a month or so. Each day, meditate each morning and ask for guidance about what you should do that day. Ask for some impressions. Follow your feelings and see where it leads you. Then you may look back at the end of the month and you will have had a wonderful adventure, a wonderful spiritual quest, and your wings will be much more functional, I would say. In fact, you may have difficulty getting in the door next time you come. So please remember, all of you, fold your wings before entering. We have had accidents in the past.
Thank you.
We will be giving autographs after the channeling. This may be your last chance. He is the Jose Canseco of spiritual beings. $50 per autograph. Help him on his journey, won't you?
Send an angel to summer camp.
I have a question. Why are there so few females being channeled?
Perhaps we have some discrimination in the ranks. We are here, and we are present working. You might say that I myself spend more time working quietly and undercover, you might say. I prefer to work not only with those who are pure of heart on the spiritual path, but I give a lot of my energy to children and to mothers and to many who are struggling, many who are suffering. So, for my own self, I would say I am constantly channeling my energy, though not so often in this means. It may be the case with other feminine entities. You may just refer to this as one of the unknown mysteries of creation. Why there appear to be more ascended masters of the male gender. It is mainly because men are more verbal, I would say. And we are more of the heart sharing and nurturance. Perhaps this has something to do with it. I assure you there is no discrimination among ascended beings. So regardless of your gender, you will be accepted. Perhaps you can start a movement to increase the number of ascended women. Women's liberation has not made it to the fifth dimension as of yet. For all the women on the fifth dimension are liberated.
Did you ascend with the body, or are you a spirit?
I am of the ascended. And I am waiting for you to join me. Doing what I can to assist. So I think since there are so few questions this evening, I will take you on a little journey with me. We will have a little meditation. I think I will take you into my rose garden. So sit and relax and breathe, consciously breathe. You may focus your attention upon your breathing. This is a very powerful and simple meditation. Highly recommended. And we will do some work with your emotional bodies and your hearts and share our presence with you.